It's our pleasure to be joined by UF Hall of Famer and certainly one of the legends of Oiler basketball, Jim Carter. Jim, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, Jim, you came here in 1964, and it's interesting. We were talking off the mic. The record books seem to have that wrong. And about every record we look at has you at 1965, some 64, but came here in 1964, and what a time it was for you and your brother, certainly.
It was obviously a memory that we've never forgotten, and I'd like to give a little shout-out to the University of Findlay and Coach Jim Hottishell for giving us the opportunity to get a quality education and to play another 4 years of basketball. There was a number of Division I and II schools looking at Jerry and I, and for some reason they said that they didn't want to recruit two guards and have to give scholarships to two guards. If it wouldn't have been for Findlay, our basketball career would have been over. And my goodness gracious, I can't tell you how gratified we are to have that opportunity. And obviously with going into the Ohio Basketball Hall of Fame, they had a tremendous part and role to play in that. So we're very, very grateful.
Well, Jim, you had 2,079 points. Your brother Jerry with just a hair under that, 1,953. And you played at a great time at the University of Findlay with Coach Hottishell. 19 wins your first year, 18 wins, 16 and 19. That's a really good career.
Well, we thought it was, 72 and 32. But what we never got a lot of credit for is the defense we played, because we didn't score the points without playing good, solid defense. Coach allowed us to play from end line to end line, sideline to sideline. And Jerry and I got a little more attention than most because we were identical twins, and there was always who's best, and so forth. But we had tremendous athletes with us, and you don't score 98 points a game without having some other talented players, and we certainly had that. And our senior year, we had 19 and 6. Of the 19 wins, we scored over 100 points 11 times. We were 11 and 1, and that is a record, I think, in the rule books here, and I don't know if that ever be matched.
Well, I think that's interesting when you look at today's basketball. There seems to be a lot of rule changes to make it so the teams score more. But you look back at those teams in the 60s, it seems like they didn't have any problem scoring, and that was without a three-point line.
That was without the three-point line, but again, it was the defense we played. It was pressure. It was constant. It was from end line to end line for 40 minutes. And when we brought the subs in off the bench, Coach did a great job with substituting and keeping people fresh. And when one would come out, another one would come in, and they'd pick right up. And it was just a thrill. I remember the voice of Findlay High School and College, Bill Slack. After we graduated, he got together with Jerry and I, and he said, "You two guys, the way you played and the way your teams played was actually basically watching it on TV." He said, "You were entertainment friendly." And people just loved it. The fans loved it, and I can't say enough about the Findlay fans. Boy, they were with us 100%. They were very supportive, and they loved the way we played, and we loved playing for them.
Certainly. Talk a little bit about playing for Coach Jim Hottishell. I came here in 1995, and Coach Hottishell is still very much involved in the athletic department, and still is today. I don't think there's any other guy, maybe Coach Dick Strom as well, but have been around for so long, has meant so much to the university.
Well, Coach has been a tremendous asset, and the other good thing is he had, he let us play. He knew what our strengths and weaknesses were. We were always prepared game in and game out. And, not only on the basketball floor or in the locker room, it was the way. He was a true gentleman. If we ever had a problem, he was a great mentor. He always saw us through every situation we had. And it was just not the basketball. It went for any of his students in his classroom. He was a total teacher, a total gentleman, and he's obviously, I think, Mr. Findlay College back then, and obviously the University of Findlay today.
Well, you mentioned Findlay College, and the college and the university have changed a lot since you were here in the 60s, but what brought you to Findlay back then?
There's a couple things. Number one, Findlay at that time was an NAIA school, which meant freshmen could play at the varsity level. The second thing, we played at Findlay High School, which would have been obviously, rather than Renninger, our practice gym, but it was blue and gold, and that was our Adelphia St. John's High School color, so we felt well at home there. And like I said, the fans were just absolutely outstanding, and our parents were only an hour and 20 minutes, so that was a great asset as well.
You look at the program where it's at today. I think when I travel going to all the other schools we go to, no one else has the tradition that we have. I mentioned Don Renninger became the head coach in 1947, and since then there's only been 3 other head coaches with Coach Hottishell, Coach Niekamp, and now Coach Ernst, and I think that's pretty special.
I think that's big. I think when kids see that, they're going to a school that has tradition. They know they're going to get the best effort from everybody within the school system, whether it be in the classroom or whether it be on the athletic field or in the gymnasium, wherever. And that's a great thing about Findlay. When you go here and graduate, you're never forgotten. And this will be the 5th Hall of Fame that Jerry and I have been in, and they've been right with us for every one of them.
Well, I was going to save that for the end, and that's where we're at here to go into the Ohio Basketball Hall of Fame on Saturday, May 20th. It'll be coming up here in 2017, and what an honor.
That is something that we never expected. It's obviously something that we're very proud of. And when we give our talk that night, it's going to be limited, but obviously Findlay College and all our teammates, coaches, and fans will be with us.
Well, Jim, you and your brother Jerry, 2nd and 3rd all-time. Both of you, I think, were 3rd team All-Americans. A couple occasions, I believe. A heck of a career, and I really appreciate you coming down, joining me at the half.
Thanks for having us. And again, many thanks to all the fans, our teammates, and the coaches. Thank you.
All right, that's Jim Carter, Oiler Hall of Famer, and now Ohio basketball.